Hello YouTube, how's it going? It's been a while since I put up a video of the truck. This one's 2012 Ram 2500 with a 6.7 liter Cummins diesel. So it's been a while since I put a video up. Like I just said, I had a busted boost pressure line, and let me quick show you where it was. I just replaced it. And so real quick before I pop the hood and show you guys, I had this broken line, and one day about maybe a 2 months ago, we were at a car show, and I rode it back in my buddy's car. My wife drove the truck, and she was with my friend's girlfriend, or fiance, whatever. Anyway, she had it on the performance tune, and she was blowing coal on us and having a good time and everything. Well, once I drove the truck again afterwards, I noticed something was weird. I couldn't hear the turbo whistle anymore inside the cab. It sounded kind of papery or airy. It's almost like a hissing sound, like something was just wrong. And I thought maybe maybe the intercooler piping was torn, or just, there was a small leak somewhere, and I couldn't track the thing down. I checked my exhaust. I made sure it was tight, snug, that the V-band clamp was still on the back side of the turbo. My full turbo back off-road exhaust, legal off-road exhaust, is fully tight. Like, there's no leaks anywhere. It's all good. Anyway, I'm gonna pop this real quick. So, I'm on a road. Hopefully nobody stops and asks for help. Like, it's nice of them and everything, but just real quick. So, this line here, this nice shiny one, it was broken right there. So it broke off. And then it goes and wraps around and goes right there. Okay, so that's what that does. And so where it goes is a sensor here, and my understanding of that line is that it's basically there for the exhaust brake. So when you have the exhaust brake on, it's checking, or the sensor is reading the pressure, and that tells the exhaust brake, I guess, how to perform, is my understanding. So my turbo would normally whistle inside the cabin right about 10 psi and beyond. Right around 10 was a sweet spot where it sounded pretty good. Sorry, my phone just isn't going to focus on that boost gauge, so I'm not going to show you right now. It doesn't like to look at that thing. So here we go, I'm going to get up to 10. Okay, we're going to climb this hill. That's 11. 15. And once you get to 30, you can't really hear it. 30 and beyond, you can't really hear it. So anyway, hopefully it came out. Obviously, maybe I should edit this out. Maybe I won't. But anyway, hopefully that noise came up pretty well on here on the microphone. But I just felt like something was wrong. I mean, you don't get rid of that turbo whistle and, just all of a sudden, well, okay, everything's good, nothing to worry about here. It's just not quite right. So anyway, it got to really bothering me, and when I had the exhaust brake on, especially when I'd be towing, it just felt weird. It sounded different. It felt weird. Okay. Hear it? Okay, so I'm gonna roll the window down, try the exhaust brake up here. And get both windows, exhaust brake on. Oh, it sounds normal now. Boy, that's nice. Okay, and here we go. It's gonna come on again. Hear that vacuum cleaner noise. So anyway, I got the sound figured out now. So I fixed it. I just put that part on. I'll put the part number below. I got it from a Chrysler dealer in Minnesota. I think it's Rosedale, Minnesota, for $67 and some change. But I had 2 kids with me, and I acted surprised when he told me the price, and he said, well, I'll knock it down to $45 for you. So maybe you can sweet talk him a little bit. You can get it for 45 bucks. Otherwise, online, I think it was right about $50. Brand new is what I saw. I don't know if it's genuine Mopar, Cummins, whatever they want to call it. It was in a Mopar bag, the one I got. have to imagine it's really a Cummins part, but regardless, it's an OE part, so that's really all that matters. So this thing is back to, well, I mean, really, it ran pretty normal. So had it not been for the noise, I probably would have never noticed. You know, say I bought this thing secondhand. I mean, you wouldn't have noticed that tube was broken if you weren't feeling around for it, because while it was broken, it was still lined up perfectly. This morning here, I was cleaning the engine bay of the truck, just kind of getting all the grime and stuff off and whatnot. It's been a few months since I've done that, and I went rubbing across that tube because it was all black, and I just thought, I'll wipe there. And so I wiped on it, and the entire tube just kind of wiggled a little bit. Well, half of the tube wiggled a little bit, and I thought, wow, that doesn't seem right. So got to looking online. It was kind of hard to find that part number and part. I didn't even know what it was at first, because I thought, you know, why is this tube running into the thermostat housing, basically? Because that's where it goes to. I mean, the housing is the same part, essentially. Anyway, so I couldn't figure it out. Anyway, I got it figured out, got on some forums, typed in the magical keywords and right words and all that stuff, and bada boom, bada bing, ordered the part. I'll try it again. It whistles again. It's amazing that that tiny little line, that little, I mean, not even quarter-inch line, that little 1/8 inch line, basically, can make the difference of the turbo, you know, whistling or not. And I don't know if you can plug that thing up. Maybe if you get rid of your exhaust brake, it's okay to get rid of it. But, sorry, I stopped there because of the whistle. But if you don't get rid of the exhaust brake and you like using it like I do, take a look at that line if you can't hear your turbo. I couldn't hear my turbo whistle. Quick keynote, I couldn't hear it when I still had the intake baffling in there. When I pulled the baffling out was when I could really hear the whistle. So if you have no baffle and you can't hear the whistle, then check that tube and just see, because you know, you never know. That thing could be broken, and you don't know it unless you look at it. And I think if you're still running emissions compliant, you really wouldn't notice it, because that tube should be pretty clean, because normally that exhaust then would be going up into the EGR and getting cleaned up a tiny little bit, and it would take a lot longer for soot to collect on there. So I don't know, I hope that this helps even one person out, because that'll make it all worth it. Check out this aftermarket camera.